Hello, everybody. This is Kenny the Starmaker Bolin, and you're watching Tarryn TV and watching me.
Hey everybody, welcome to GoTarryn TV. I'm Tarryn the Traveling Trainer out of Atlanta, Georgia. And side by side, you could see returning to GoTarryn TV via video Skype. We had him on last year through audio Skype, is Mr. Kenny Starmaker Bolin, all the way from Louisville, Kentucky. Kenny, how are you doing today?
Well, it's not really that far by Skype. It's not really all that damn many miles at all. As a matter of fact, I did a interview the other day in Australia, and if I'd have flown there, I'd been tired. But when you're doing it by Skype, it just ain't all that bad. So,
Yeah.
And you're down in Atlanta, correct?
Down in Atlanta, Georgia, yes.
Atlanta. I used to live there. I used to live in the Marietta area.
Certainly.
Near Windy Hill Road. I'm sure you know where that is.
Absolutely.
Near the Texaco station, near the Big Chicken, near the Marriott.
Yeah, I know exactly where that's
All
at.
those there. I don't know if the Marriott and the Texaco are still there or not. It's hard to find a Texaco station anymore.
No, they're still there. They're both still there.
Get the hell out of here. What about the Big Chicken? I heard rumors the Big Chicken might go.
No, I mean, it's still there. And, yeah, in fact, the new Atlanta Braves Stadium is going to be built right down the street on...
No.
Yeah, you know where Cobb Parkway...
Yes, I do.
Yeah, it's a huge, big project. They're going to start for spring season next year, 2017.
That is going to be an absolute traffic freaking nightmare.
It already is. There's just ridiculous
Well, it was in
construction.
1990 as well when I moved from there.
Yeah.
I was there in 88, 89, and 90, and basically this is how we judged when to go shopping. Anywhere between noon and 2 and 10 and midnight. And if you went between those, you're still going to be in traffic, just not as bad otherwise.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
Between 2 and 9:45,
terrible.
it was hell, and just pack a lunch and a cooler and some night clothes and a stick in case somebody tries to bother you, and make sure you left with a full tank of gas.
Yeah, exactly.
And I looked at it. So am I coming through good and clear here? You know, I've got the new
Yeah,
Bolin music microphones. They're brand new.
I was going to ask you about that. Can you tell the folks out there what I see? It's got.
Absolutely not. These are top secret. We're not even talking about these yet. We want to sell them, but we just can't bring ourselves to do it. We got like 25, 30 of them in stock, and we really don't want to let go of them. I think we're just going to set all 30 of them up here at the desk. Matter of fact, both of these are connected. I've got these going through a thing called Phantom Power.
Yes.
And Whirly ones is just to give you an idea. This is the BM Bret Hart edition. Bolin Music are what we're calling these. The BM letters are right on the microphones.
Look at that, yeah.
And we ordered a few extra pink ones. There's a lot of Bret Hart fans out there for some reason. And so this one is that one. And then we have the blue. We have many more coming in. And I think we got about 20 some odd in stock right now. And we're wanting people to upgrade the quality of their podcasting microphones. I do so many podcasts, and I was as guilty as anybody. I had the shittiest microphones in podcast history.
Yeah.
I did 10 years. I wish I could find it, but it was, oh my God, it is here. I'm going to show you people what I did 10 years of podcasting on. I'm ashamed of myself. All right.
Oh, that looks familiar. I've used that.
You can tell this is totally unscripted. But it wasn't made to use this way. It hooked to this thing here.
Oh, yeah.
And it would set, and it's got the gooseneck. But what I did is I separated it. And when I was doing shows with you guys, because I rarely did video anyway.
Yeah, right.
I drape it around my neck, plug it into my computer, and that was my microphone. And I thought it sounded great. And I've chugged along with this damn thing for 10 years. And then I started noticing that some people were really upgrading, you included, had really upgraded the sound of their podcast. And I'm thinking, well, goddamn, I don't want to drop no $300, $400, $500 on a microphone, because that's what some of them have spent. Joe Cronin, that does the Joe Cronin show, and a cheap plug there, he and I are going to start doing a show once a month on Sundays called Rollin' with Cronin and Bolin. Or Bolin, we haven't really decided whose name goes first.
Nice.
Frankly, I don't give a shit. I'm not Jimmy Cornette. I don't care. I don't get on these things to blow myself too hard like Jimmy does. But I get on here to answer questions, give my opinions on some things, whether you like them or don't. But Jimmy's a 45-minute infomercial on how bad he hates everything, and please buy my products. I'll be in this town selling this. And if I had Jimmy's bills, I guess I would too. But I live a little close to the best. Don't have a 5-bedroom house with a 4-room basement anymore that I'm storing wrestlers in and making them pay rent. I live on my own, and decided about 6 years ago it was time to cut back and not spend so damn much money on housing. So now I spend it all on microphones and headphones. So we're in the microphone business now. We're going to reveal the. I'm gonna do my Jim Ross and my who was the other one that had the hotline. Gene Okerlund.
Oh, yeah.
Later, we're going to give the price of these microphones later, but I've already got pre-orders from Australia, England.
Oh, wow.
Australia, England, believe it or not, one in South Africa, and I'm trying to name all the places, Germany, and of course here in the United States, we got a couple orders in Canada. Mm-hmm. None in Mexico yet. I think Trump has scared everybody about building that wall, and they're a little hesitant. They might not be able to get a refund if they get a bad microphone or whatever. But yeah, we've already got pre-orders in several continents and countries already.
Oh,
and
awesome.
So I'm definitely going to have to order more because I think the 30 some odd we're going to have in stock by the end of the week are going to be gone. They know the price. You don't know the price. I know the price. It's a huge price. It's the best price, but it ain't as huge as what Vince Russo paid. Matter of fact, Vince Russo guided me in the direction of these microphones because he wanted me to improve the sound of my show as well. He loved the show, but said we needed to upgrade the sound quality.
Okay.
And so I'll give you a hint. These microphones, when they first came out, were $109 each.
And that's what Russo paid.
That's what Russo paid. Russo paid because when he sent me his connection to it, and he even got a break on the price, 109 is what he paid.
Yeah.
So he got me his hookup, but I contacted my distributor who also carried them, the one that carries my BS headphones.
Mm-hmm.
And so, well, if you order enough of them, I'll make it worth your time and effort, and you can really undercut the deal that Vince Russo's getting. And so Russo's not in the microphone and headphone business, but I am. So I was looking for a deal, and I like the deal we got. And other people's once I told them what I could sell them for, they like the deal.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to announce that price on here in a little bit. And for those that are interested in getting in touch with us, but man, I mean, you can tell you're hearing your microphone, you hear mine. They just make the podcast sound so much better and so much easier to deal with. Nothing worse than going through an hour of a shitty sound on a podcast, and I've been as guilty as anybody. I just didn't know any better. So you only get smarter with education, and I was educated to better microphones, and now I'm a microphone expert.
Yeah.
Or so I'm going to tell everybody.
You are. Let me know when you get the green one, too. I'll be ordering it from you.
You might have to get a Sharpie out and do some work on this pink one, because I haven't seen any of the lime green yet. But we are going to have available purple, yellow, black, white, pink, and blue.
Oh, perfect.
For those Wildcat fans out there. But believe it or not, the red ones are, for whatever reason, the red ones are a little more expensive, and I'd have to jack the prices up a little bit. So we've held off on the red.
Okay.
Haven't seen the lime green. I'm kind of playing hardball with them on the red.
Yeah.
I'm wanting them to come down to my price because I'd like to have the red, to be honest with you.
Mm-hmm.
And no, this ain't going to be an entire show about these microphones, but God, aren't they pretty? Don't they look good?
They really do.
Take the cover off of yours for a second. Let me see what yours looks like.
The windscreen?
Yeah.
Let's see if I could do that.
The cover. Quit trying to talk technical. Okay, so that's your standard concert style microphone. You see a lot of the musicians use.
Yes.
There you go. There you go. You're not going to outdo me. I'll get mine up there to the camera.
I think mine's bigger, Kenny. I'm not sure.
Well, that's what a lot of people say. So
I might have mic envy. I don't know.
You might have mic envy, but I got more. Talk to me about guys that have two. But didn't I want to? There you go.
I've never met a guy with so many. Yeah.
Three.
Oh.
This is the PM700.
Wow.
Get this for a little bit less price than these. This one here doesn't quite have the bass. If you got a girly voice and you want to put a little more bass in your voice, these are good.
Yeah.
This one here, not quite as much bass, but still crystal clear, just like these are.
Oh yeah, I can hear you just perfectly. I mean, it's amazing.
Yeah. Well, for the price that we're going to announce later, I think people would be amazed. But if you're doing a podcast, or if you Skype with your friends, you owe it to yourself to drop a few bucks on these, and it ain't going to be $109, way less than $109. And your friends will be very impressed because you sound like you're in a damn FM radio station with these things.
Oh, yeah.
And I do recommend the Phantom Power. I don't know if you use Phantom Power with yours. You probably go directly through your USB, correct?
Right, yeah, exactly.
If you have a PC, these sound just fine going through either a USB or the standard microphone connection where you just plug it in, because that's the cable that comes with them.
Okay.
But if you have a laptop, they recommend to use phantom power because they don't think there's enough power in a laptop to drive these microphones. And the phantom power is $19. And I use phantom power even with the PC because it really boosts the audio and the sound quality and the volume.
Oh, okay.
It's amazing what that little $19 device does. And believe me, I'm as cheap as they come. So if it didn't make that big of a difference, I'd have shipped that $19 thing back so damn quick it would made your head spin. But I kept it, and I'm probably going to order a couple more for people that do shows with me and they have to do it from their laptop or whatever.
Yeah.
That way they'll have my microphones, they'll have my phantom power, and that way they will sound almost as good as me. I hard to sound that good, I know, but
wow. This is great, Kenny. You've discovered a new muse, I believe, because last time we talked, it was the headphones, Beats by Bolin, and
Beats by Bolin. Well, I still push them. I've got, as a matter of fact, I have wireless versions of what you got on your skull right now. I got wireless versions of those coming out. Not in lime green, unfortunately. That's a hard color to get anymore. You must have bought them all. But no, we've got white, black, red. The blues have been hard to get, but mainly I'm just pushing black, white, red, wireless versions of what you got. We're going to be selling those. I'll go ahead and say the price. We're going to sell those for $59.95. The wireless Beats by Bolin of what you got. Nice. We're taking orders now. The shipment comes in, I think, probably in the next 10 days or less. And of course, I buy a shitload of them, so I get a pretty good price on them and can pass that on to you. And we'll go ahead and give the price on the microphones now, too.
Let's do it.
Believe it or not, get up and call in now. $59.95. $59.95. You get one. You get one.
Wow.
The black Trump voter over there in the corner, he gets one. The Mexican who, for whatever reason, is voting for Trump, he gets one because he'll need to Skype all his friends back in Mexico and tell them how to get over that wall. That's what he's going to have to do.
Oh, my goodness. Are you even going to offer that price to Cornette, too?
Listen to this shit. Jimmy likes to play with his dog during the podcast. So Jimmy has a little thing that MLW sent him. A headset with the built-in microphone, which I have used that before.
Oh, okay.
I used that for a couple of years, and then my dog broke it or something, so I just didn't get any more. But MLW sent him one for free. I think the retail price on it was $50 or $60.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Sounded okay.
Yeah.
Sounded all right. So I'm encouraging Jimmy to step up his game. As a matter of fact, his people are ordering my microphones.
Ah, okay.
The people at the 605. I don't know if you've heard their show or not, but the people at the 605 are ordering it. Joe Cronin, I believe, is going to get some on backup. Okay. He's got a $440 shirt, but if you got multiple guests in your studio, break out 3-4 of these. I mean, I don't know what your microphone budget is, but I bought 20 some odd of them, so shut up. I'm retired and on retirement, so if I can afford it, you can too. Absolutely. For those of you that have jobs. So, I never did have one of those, not since I left Humana in 1995. Yeah, 95. So that was probably the last job I had, and I consider a job a place you got to go that you don't want to go to. But you're in the fitness business, right?
That's correct, yes.
So you probably enjoy your job. You probably like it.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Well, that's how I felt about OVW. I liked it about one day a week, and then when I quit liking it one day a week, it was time to retire. I used to wake up on Wednesdays about high noon, 1 o'clock, and I'd need to be at TV. I was exempt from everybody else's rules. Everybody else had to be there at 5 o'clock for a 7:30 show. And my rules is I had to be there at 7:25 for a 7:30 show.
Oh, wow.
Because, Danny Davis wanted me in for a meeting once, so I went in for the meeting early. And he says, well, what the hell are you doing in my office? I said, well, we're getting ready for the meeting. We're having a meeting, aren't we? Yeah, but I haven't called for the meeting yet. Now get your ass out of here. He was in a bad mood over something, and I felt disrespected. I'd been with the company for 15, 16 years at that time.
Wow.
And about 15 years, and I'm thinking, that son of a bitch can't talk to me that way. I haven't done anything to him. I got a little clout around here. I've been around a while. I've sent 54 men to the WWE. How dare he?
Yeah.
So I go to the room where the boys are and sit and hang with them for a little bit. And all of a sudden, Bolin, you're needed in the office. I said, I was just in the office. Well, Danny says he needs you back in here for the meeting. I said, tell Danny to screw the fucking meeting. I said, I was just in there. I said, he ordered me out fucking 3 minutes ago. I said, so I'll just fucking sit right here and wait for the show to start, and I'll go out and call the goddamn show. I said, tell Danny that for me. I ain't telling him that. Danny said, "You better get your ass in there." I said, "I ain't coming. I was in there. You ran me out. I'm going to be doing the show. You got a problem with it? I'll go home. You can send somebody else out there." So he's steaming. He's fucking mad. He's telling me, "Yeah, when Bolin goes out there and fucks this goddamn show up, I'm going to rip him a new fucking asshole when this goddamn show's over. Yeah, let him go out there and fuck it up. I'll take care of his ass." So I'm getting the word, "Oh, Danny's fucking madder than a hornet man." I said, "I don't give a fuck." He disrespected me. I said he wouldn't talk to Jimmy that way. He wouldn't talk to reporters that way. He ain't fucking talking to me that way. So I go out and do the show, and I'm figuring it's my last show.
Huh.
This is, God, Cena and them's already gone, so I guess this is probably the Lance Cade.
Oh, okay. 03, 04 maybe, around
right
there?
Around there. Yeah. Right around there. This is probably the Jindrak Cade era around there, maybe a little beyond that.
Okay.
Because I don't remember the exact show. I just remember figuring it was my last one.
Yeah.
So I was relaxed and just having fun and jabbing one-liners and sending shit back that I know's pissing Danny off and just taking little jabs here and there. Anything to degrade the talent. I'm just fucking having a ball. And I'm insulting every motherfucker on the planet. Nice. Including Danny Davis in code to where he knows it was meant for him. So we do through the hour, and Dean Hill looks at me shaking his head. He says, "If you knew how mad he was, you wouldn't have said all that shit." I said, "I knew how mad, and I didn't give a fuck." So I'm prepared. It's my last show. Fuck, I got other avenues to make money. I didn't give a damn. So I strolled to the back. There stands Danny. Got this look on his face, and he's tapping his feet, and his arms are folded. Wow. And he's saying, all the boys are standing back in a big circle. They're like, "Oh, Bolin's going to get it now. Oh. Bolin's going to get it. We're going to get to watch Bolin get fired right here." Because some of them there didn't like me. And not many, but a few, because they didn't think I put them over good on TV. And I would point out they were small, and I would point out that their ability might not be as good as some. It's a developmental fucking school, you idiots. I point out the obvious. I can't insult the viewer's intelligence. If a match sucks, I'm going to tell them it sucks because they know it.
Yeah.
And if a guy's not as talented as another, and if there's a guy in there that's wrestling a guy that's 100 pounds bigger than him, I'm going to point out, well, he probably shouldn't have much of a chance. That big motherfucker ought to beat that little motherfucker up.
Oh, yeah.
So the little guys really had a tendency to not like me too well. They didn't understand what I was doing. They didn't understand by me telling them that they had no chance on television. Mm-hmm. And then when they won, oh, my God, well, now we've made Bolin look like an idiot. He didn't know what he was talking about. And now the little guy is over. They didn't understand that. The girls, when I would insult them, they didn't understand it, even though they were baby faces and I was a heel commentator. Mm-hmm. So we really had some stupid fucks at OVW that just didn't fucking understand it, and I didn't care. So, I made a couple of girls cry when they heard my commentary on TV. They didn't, and Danny knew what I was doing. So Danny said, "We'll make them cry harder next week." Because he would hear about the bitching in my, "Well, I can't believe Bolin said that girl had cellulite." I said, "Does she have cellulite?" "Well, no." I said, "But does she have a big nose?" "Yeah." I said, "Did I say she had a big nose?" "No." I said, "There's a reason I didn't say it." I said, "Because that would be hurtful. I can say she has cellulite because she doesn't. And I can say she's fat because she's not. I can say she's a whore." Well, she's probably a whore, but still. So I get to the back and there stands Danny. And he's tapping his feet and his arms are folded. But there's a bit of a grin on his face. And I'm thinking, oh, what's up? He's just going to take pleasure in firing me in front of the boys. That's what he's doing. So I almost come with an inch and say, "Hey, before you open your mouth, Danny, I quit. I'll make it fucking easy." I come with an inch of doing it. So he's standing there. So I don't say anything and he don't say anything. And the boys are just waiting for what's going to come out of Danny's mouth. He says, "Kenny, that was the greatest fucking show you've ever done.
Oh, wow.
I'm so sorry. You're right. You don't need the meetings. Your talents are way above everyone else here.
Wow.
Jerry Lawler can't even do what you just did. Even Jerry Lawler needs to go to the meetings. He needs to be coached. He needs to be guided. Most announcers do. Kenny, you don't need that shit. Nice. So from now on, I don't give a fuck when you get here. As long as you're here when the bell rings, if you're sitting at that desk, I don't give a shit."
And then what came out of your mouth next? What did you say?
I said, "Thank you, and I'll take full advantage of that." And then the boys who were all waiting for me to get fired. And so from that point on, so my son, when he started at OVW, needless to say, I'd get there at 7:25 for a 7:30 show most every week. Uh-huh. I'd walk in long enough to say, "Hey," to Dean, "Hey, what are we doing tonight?" And he's, "Well, I don't know. They haven't told me yet." I said, "Well, when they tell you, you let me know. And if they don't, we'll figure out around it when we're out at the desk." Because a lot of times they would send us out there and not tell us shit. Oh. Dean will call what we see. That's what the fucking announcer's job is. Baseball announcers don't know what's going to happen.
Good point.
They know a
yeah.
pitch is going to be thrown and a bat's going to hit a ball, and then they call it. Well, that's what we are. We're baseball announcers.
Mm-hmm.
We'll call what we see. And guess what? It comes out better when you don't know what's going to happen.
Oh, yeah.
So Dean took my philosophy, but then again, Dean needed to know where the commercial breaks were and when someone was coming out for an interview and shit like that. And I never cared. Well, fuck, I'll just act surprised when they get here. What are you doing here? We got a match scheduled. What the hell are you doing out here? So just shit like that.
Oh,
So
yeah.
he gave me a big hug and told me it was the greatest show I'd ever done, and he would never try to guide me again. That I obviously knew better than he did, and he put me over every time WWE would come down.
Huh.
They would hear me do commentary, and they would comment to Dan, "God damn, he's good, man. How much preparation has he put into these shows?" Danny would say, "None."
Wow.
You're kidding me? He goes out there and just sits down and does that? Yeah. He said, "Guys, he's the only one I know in this country that does that."
Oh.
He says, "I've had guys out here that take out a book of notes with them, and you can tell when they're doing the show, they had a book of notes that they're reading. They're not commenting."
Mm-hmm.
And he put me over Lawler and a lot of guys. He says, "No, he says nobody can do it like he does. I'll never tell him how to do broadcasting on a show again."
Mm-hmm.
And he's free to do what the fuck he wants.
Wow.
And that's how it was for many years after that. So
That's amazing.
so that was well, as much as Danny liked to control the show, that was amazing because
Mm-hmm.
Danny didn't like hearing back talk, and he didn't like hearing, and I don't even know what made me do it because I normally put him and Jimmy over, and if Jimmy pushed his boundaries, I'd say, "Hey, motherfucker, we're best friends, so you better treat me like one. If you got something to say to me, you better find a room that you and I can talk. You ever talk to me like that in front of the boys again? Remember how I used to whip your ass when we were kids? Well, guess what? I still can, and you're not going to want me to whip your ass in front of the boys. So if you ever talk to me like that again, we're going to have some serious fucking problems." So we had our little talk, and if he ever had something to say to me, we'd go find another room and we'd talk about it. Because he and I differed on a lot of shit, as you've probably figured out by now. So you think of a question to ask, and I'm going to drink some Gatorade.
Yeah, I'm going to ask you a question about Cornette. What's his feelings on your relationship with Vince Russo? Does he comment on it?
He comments on it. He comments on it a lot. He commented on it yesterday. He don't like it.
I didn't think he would.
No, he's madder than a fucking hornet. That's why you haven't heard me on the bowling alley lately. But
yeah.
I do all of Jimmy's mass production and DVD work, and it just so happens he's got a shitload of DVD work that needs to be done. And I'm the only one who, well, let's put it this way, will do it at a semi-reasonable rate.
Oh, okay.
He might be able to get it done somewhere else, but it'll cost him a fucking fortune, and then he can't make as much money on his DVDs.
Yeah.
I give him a reasonable rate to where I make pretty good money, and he makes even obviously better money than I do because he's selling the damn DVDs. So he's still got to deal with me. We're pretty much okay, but the Russo subject is a sore one.
Yeah.
And he really lit my ass up that I wasn't a true friend. How could you talk to this fucking guy?
Oh, wow.
He's done this, he's done that. And I said, "Well, Jimmy, if I was mad at everybody that you were mad at, I wouldn't have any friends." So, my son and I like Vince. He hasn't done anything to us. He's cost a lot of people jobs. He cost me jobs. I said, "No, what happened is that Vince was in a company that you were in. You couldn't get along with Vince, so you forced them to pick one or the other of you. And 2 times they picked Vince over you." I said, "Now guess who else you would hate if that had happened? If me and you were working in the same company and you and I couldn't get along wrestling wise on what to do, and you went to Dixie Carter or you went to Vince and said, 'All right, fuck, it's either Bolin or me, pick one.' If they'd have picked me twice, you would hate me just as bad as you hate Russo. So I understand your hatred, but you can't carry that shit for the rest of your life. You're going to, but you shouldn't."
Do you think they'll ever work together, like have a one-on-one Skype?
Absolutely no. Absolutely not.
Yeah.
Russo has offered it. He's begged to do it. He wants to bury the hatchet. He has offered to do a pay-per-view to where Jimmy's favorite charity gets every dime of it, to where they'll do a debate to settle their differences.
Right.
Jimmy likes thinking that he's costing Russo money. He brags about costing Russo money, but every time he costs Russo money, he costs himself money. So I personally think that's stupid, and I've told him so. But if that's what Jimmy wants to do, and that's what he feeds off on, is from hating Vince Russo, but Jimmy has always fed off that shit. He feeds off hating people. The Russos. There's nobody that's got as many enemies as Jimmy does, to be supposedly so respected in the wrestling business. and to be a genius of the wrestling business. But let's face it, there's not a company out there right now that'll hire him, not anyone that's established. There might be a new one that thinks Jimmy would be great to put on the show, but are they on television? I mean, I've heard 3 or 4 job offers here a while back, and I ain't seen him on any shows yet. But he's burnt too damn many bridges. I worked for one company primarily for the bulk of my career, other than Nick Goulas, and he died. Kind of hard to work for a dead man. and I did help Jimmy a little bit in Smoky Mountain, but that was a one-horse show. I wasn't going to have much of any say of what goes on there, and I knew that. So, and we managed to coexist at OVW for quite a long time, but hell, Jimmy either quit or got fired there at least on 5 or 6 different occasions. He would take his ball and go home because he got mad over shit, mainly dealing with the WWE. Mm-hmm. He wouldn't, they'd give us short notice, but you know what? It's their baby. And let me see if that's important or not. It's Ma Bolin. Should we put Ma Bolin? All right,
Can we put her on the line?
Well, kinda. Hello? Hey, can Tarryn, can you hear Ma Bolin there fairly well? Can you hear her much at all?
Hi, Ma Bolin. Can we turn her up, the volume on hers louder?
Not really, because we're on it. Well, let me see. I'm on a speakerphone. Okay,
yeah.
Speak again, Mom.
Who am I talking to?
Well, I'm doing a podcast right now, and you were on a podcast here a while back.
That's so better, Kenny. I can hear her better now.
Yeah, I've got a microphone kind of right over the speakerphone there, so speak again, Mom.
Okay.
All right, you can probably hear her pretty good now, right?
Now we can hear her. Welcome to the show, Ma Bolin.
Welcome to. Well, I'm on headphones, so she can't hear you. He said, "Welcome to the show," because I'm on headphones. I don't have him on speakers. But he's welcoming you to the show and wants to know if you have anything to say to the people out there, and how much you love your son.
I do love my son.
Well, of course
Very
you
much.
do. Of course you do.
Has she been out to Atlanta, Georgia before?
Mom has been to Atlanta. She spent the night with me in Atlanta when I moved back.
Okay.
From Atlanta. He was wanting to know if you'd been to Atlanta. I wish I had you on the speakers, but if I do that, I'll probably lose the signal with you.
Yeah.
So, but go ahead, Mom.
Panama Beach.
My mom prefers Panama Beach. She's got relatives down there too, and she enjoys going there. Her mother lived in Tampa, Florida.
Oh, okay.
And she used to go to Tampa, Brooksville area quite a bit down there. But yeah, she's been to Atlanta a few times.
My sister's family just moved to Panama City Beach last month.
His sister's family just moved to Panama. Mom, you're talking over me.
Kenny, where does she live now? Does she live in Louisville?
Just the side of Atlanta.
Just the side of Atlanta. Well, Mom lives in LaGrange now. She's moved back to LaGrange, Kentucky.
Oh, okay. Is that where she's from?
That's kind of where she's from. She's actually from Lexington.
Oh, okay.
But she lived in LaGrange most of our life. So did I. I graduated high school there. I'm the Lord of LaGrange out there. Lord of Louisville, Lord of LaGrange, and King of Kentucky. And so, Mom, what's up? What you needing today?
I'm just calling to check on you and the poochies.
Well, it's hot. Christopher came by and took 2 cow to their house. They're letting 2 cow play in the swimming pool today while they do laundry. Misty's here with me, and Chocodile is probably asleep behind me.
Kenny, I saw Chocodile behind you when you were speaking a little bit. There's Chocodile, like right behind the pillow.
Yeah, Chocodile's in bed, laying on pillows behind me.
Oh, yeah, look at that.
And,
sweet dog. Sweet dog.
Chocodile's a sweetie.
Oh, my goodness.
She'll probably come up here and sit here and do the show with me in a little bit if I ask her to. She likes to sit on the bench with me and do the show.
Is your mother a dog person? Does she like animals?
Mom loves Chocodile. She loves 2 cow. She loves Misty. Misty's 16, 17 years old now.
Wow.
She had a birthday.
Oh, my goodness.
She's in the living room asleep.
Oh, my God.
So now the dog's like laying out in this heat. I don't know why. I'm not too fond of it.
Kidding.
I don't even like opening the door if I can get by with it.
Kenny, who's your mom going to vote for this year, Trump or Hillary?
Mom, are you voting for Donald Trump or Hillary Clinton?
I don't really want to vote for either one of them, but if I have to pick, I'm going to pick her.
Well, who the hell would pick Donald Trump? What sane human being would vote for Donald Trump?
That's right.
What's your problem with Hillary? What do you not like about Hillary?
She's all right.
Well, you got to remember the country when Bill was running it wasn't that bad. Gas was cheap. Hillary's been around for a while. She knows what's going on around there, be it good or bad. So, and then Donald Trump has proven the last year he don't know dick. So
He don't.
So he's just a blithering idiot who babbles shit that he can't back up. He's a lot like Jimmy Cornette.
Well, Jimmy Cornette wanted Bernie Sanders, didn't he?
Well, actually, Bernie Sanders was probably the better of the three when it comes to saying what we want to hear. Now, could Bernie do any of that? Well, Trump obviously can't do any of the shit he's saying because he don't even know how he's going to do it. And Sanders had some great ideas. What's that?
I said Trump don't know his ass from a hole in the ground.
You heard that from Ma Bolin. Trump don't know his ass from a hole in the ground. And you think that they could figure that out, but he probably can't. So, but no, we're doing a video podcast in Atlanta right now. And the last time you called in, I put you on a show. The people loved you calling in. So.
Oh, she's great. Oh, she's wonderful.
Now, Mom, how old are you now?
I'll be 77 in November.
Well, I'm glad you remember that. Last time I talked to you, you thought you was turning 80 in November. It shocked you to know you were 3 years younger than what you were.
Oh. Well,
Big surprise to her.
We'll have to have her on, have her own microphone next time we do one of these.
Well, she'd have to be here to do that.
Yeah.
What's that, Mom?
I said it's hotter than.
Yeah, do you have air conditioning out there at the new place? Has Donna got air conditioning? She lives with my cousin now.
Oh, okay.
There's air.
There is air. Yeah, well, I've got air, but it takes about 4 box fans in here to distribute there to keep it cool enough around here. So yeah, it's hot, but yeah, I can get with you after the show, Mom. I probably got about another 20 minutes or so here. And
Kenny, what does your mother enjoy doing for fun?
What do you like? Well, I can tell you what Mom likes doing for fun, but Tarryn wants to know what you like doing for fun, Mom.
Play bingo.
Play bingo.
Bingo, nice.
Mom loves the bingo. She used to love canasta. She used to love bunco. She used to love her CB radio. Fortunately, that's faded. I used to record the wrestling shows when I was a kid.
Oh, okay.
A teenager. I was one of the first people in LaGrange to own a VCR. Oh, wow. As a matter of fact, I think I was the first. Because a VCR back then ran about $1,000. Well, Jimmy bought one. Well, I wasn't going to be done up. So I go out and buy one. So I would record off an antenna because we didn't have cable back then.
Right.
And wrestling came on Wave 3. Well, Mom loved having the best CB radio in LaGrange, and we lived at the highest point in LaGrange.
Okay.
So my TV antenna would yank in TV channels from 5 or 6 different cities.
Oh, nice.
So I kind of had cable without having cable. Mom had an amplified CB antenna on top of the roof with my antenna.
Oh, wow.
And they could hear her for goddamn miles away. She could talk to truck drivers 25, 30 miles down the road.
Oh, my God.
And her name was Tokyo Rose.
How did she come up with that name?
How did you come up with the name Tokyo Rose, Mom?
Well, they said she was a bad person, and I knew she wasn't.
Oh, okay. Well, Mom apparently had information on Tokyo Rose that no one else had. The people said she was a bad person, but Mom knew she wasn't.
Huh.
So she was keeping the name going. I don't know enough about Tokyo Rose to comment, I guess.
Yeah.
But I say Tokyo Rose was a bad person because every time I tried to watch Wave 3 wrestling and record it on my VCR, these big lines would go across my TV and my mom's voice would come over my television. Hey there, Bricker19, this is the Tokyo Rose. Let me hear back at you, or whatever the hell they'd say, because I never talked on a CB in my life. But I've got about 1,000 hours of videotape where my mom's voice comes through during the wrestling show.
Oh my God!
So eventually, we started hiding her microphone from her from 12 to 1, so she couldn't get on the radio, and that way we could record the show. Because Jimmy would lose his fucking mind if he'd come over. And we were watching wrestling, and all of a sudden we're hearing Mom's CB radio conversation through my television because the antennas were picking up each other's signal, and they were right there next to each other. So Mom ruined about 1,000 television shows there in her days, but we finally put an end to that shit. And
was it your mother, Ma Bolin, a wrestling fan? Is it she that got you interested?
Was Ma Bolin a wrestling fan? She probably fucking hated wrestling. I took her to one show. I took her to Rupp Arena. front row seats to watch Jimmy Valiant versus Jerry the King Lawler.
Oh, wow. Oh, my God.
Who was sitting right next to me but Felicia Valiant, Jimmy Valiant's wife at that time.
Wow.
My mother leans over and says, that has to be the ugliest damn man I've ever seen in my life. Right next to Felicia Valiant, her husband, and Felicia looks at me, I said, Mom, that is her wife. That is his wife sitting right next to me. Oh. Well, I don't care. He's goddamn ugly. I said, oh, God. So Mom never went back to another wrestling show with me again, sat front row. She went to a few, sat at Six Flags. I had her thrown out of Six Flags. Well, Jerry Lawler got mad because I threw her out. So he brought her back the next night as his manager.
Oh, wow.
So my mother actually managed Jerry Lawler against me at Six Flags Kentucky Kingdom, which
so cool.
created 3 generations of Bolins, and we were the only second generation family ever that it's solely managed. Well, Mom is 1-0 in her life. She managed Lawler against me, and I got beat. And my mother even slapped me 3 times during the match because Lawler held me over the ropes and told her to. And then Dean Hill encouraged her to slap me even harder each time she hit me. So that was Mom's professional. And you know what? Mom was pissed because she didn't want to do that show. She wanted to be at bingo. But when her bingo fans found out she was managing against me at Six Flags, they blew off bingo. And when they introduced my mom as the special manager for Jerry Lawler, she got a bigger pop than Lawler got.
Oh, my God.
They were standing up there high-fiving her and cheering her down to the ring and everything, and they just thought it was funnier than hell that my mother was managing Lawler against me. And so that's Mom's history in the wrestling business.
Is that on video, Kenny? I'd love to see that.
It is on video. I found it the other day. I've got a DVD that has Mal Bolin managing Lawler against me.
You got to upload that on YouTube. And
if I knew how to do that, I would, but I'll have to get my son or somebody to do it. I don't know how to do that shit.
Yeah, I got to see that. That'd be so
But no,
cool.
I just found the DVD the other day, Mal Bolin managing Lawler against me.
Oh, my God. Wow.
Not the best video in the world because they didn't really get enough of Mom on there because Mom was sitting in her chair to manage me. But yeah. I'm sure she got on there a few times, and there's Lawler talking to her before the match and all that shit. So.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, the match is on DVD. Mom had copies of it. I don't know if she still does or not.
Not. If I do, I don't know. They're packed up somewhere.
Well, I'll have to make you another one, and you can show Donna your match against me.
Oh, yeah.
No, I just found that DVD a couple days ago.
Wow, that is pretty cool.
Well, it's turned into the Mal Bolin show. They're all wanting to know all about you and what all you've done. Woman's only done one. The woman, if you want the truth about Mal Bolin, she's only done one good, decent damn thing in her entire life. You know what that is? She gave birth to me.
That was going to be my guess.
And then she should have had 5 miscarriages after me, but those little bastards lived, and they're all a pain in my ass right now. From my brother Biscuits and Gravy to my stupid sister June. Well, Dina's pretty cool. I like Dina.
Uh-huh.
And, what other kids have we got? Oh, Janice. Well, Janice lives in Atlanta. My sister lives in Atlanta.
No kidding, really?
Yeah, my sister Janice, she's down there, and my niece Ada, Janice's daughter, lives in Atlanta. So I got quite a few. David Wills, my old buddy, lives in Atlanta.
Do you know what part of Atlanta by chance?
Do you know what city in Atlanta they live in, Mom? What suburb they live in?
Milburn.
Milburn?
Melbourne. I don't know why I haven't heard of that. I'll have to look that up.
Repeat that again.
Lilburn.
Oh, Lilburn. I know where Lilburn's at. I have a client that I train in Lilburn.
Oh, he has a client that he trains there, Mom. Tarryn's a physical fitness trainer.
Can you ask her if she's familiar with Lilburn? Like, does she go down that way at all?
No, Mom's not been there, but just a couple, 3 times.
Okay.
So she probably don't know a whole lot about it.
Oh, okay.
And I was on a Greyhound bus when I went there.
And she was on a Greyhound bus when she went there. So she probably doesn't know all that much about the area there.
Yeah.
But, well, Mom, you've taken up enough valuable time on my show today, so I guess I'm going to have to let you go.
All right.
But I'll buzz you back. You got half the damn show, so I hope they're happy.
Oh, we love having her on. Please tell her we said thank you.
He wants to have you back where you've got a microphone and on camera. So
yes.
The next time down here, we'll have to do a special interview with Tarryn where you're on camera.
Yes.
Okay.
All right. Well, she's agreed to do it, Tarryn.
Perfect. Well, again, thank you.
Well, leave me alone, you old bag. I got money to make.
All right.
Yeah, of course you do.
How often do you get a chance to see her, Kenny?
See, Mom, let's see. I think the government makes me go see her once every 6 months.
Once every 6 months. Okay.
Yeah, they make me. They said otherwise that I'll go to prison or something for not mothers. No, I get out there and see her about once every 6 to 8 weeks, or I'll catch her down here. We just had dinner at Golden Corral about a week or two ago to celebrate my cousin's birthday.
Oh, I love Golden Corral. I used to work for them, actually.
Yeah, so I saw her a week ago, so I'm good for about another 5 months.
Nice.
He thought that was funny. But yeah, he wants to have you on the show the next time you're down here, so we'll have to do that.
Yes, that would be wonderful.
All right, Mom, tell everybody I said hey, and we'll see how the ratings are on this show now that you've been on it.
Oh, they're going to spike now.
Yeah, you killed the ratings. You'll never be on again.
No, it's going to be probably the highest. You know, Kenny, you were the highest rated one that I had, actually, since I've been doing these.
He says that I've been the highest rated show he's had so far, so we'll see if you did anything to improve that or not.
All right.
All righty, Mom. Well, have a good one. Yeah, it's hot, and it's going to be hot, it looks like, for the next 7 goddamn days, so guess we'll deal with it, and hopefully Trump will melt somewhere, the little slimy bastard. All righty. I got about 10 minutes on this show left, so let me get that done, and we will talk later.
All right.
All right, Mom.
Bye, honey.
Good day.
All right, Ma Bolin. Wow, that's great, Kenny.
Call in from Ma Bolin.
Man,
yeah, if I'd have had the speakers going where she could have heard you, that might have flowed a little better. But if I'd have switched you to my creative speakers, then I would have probably lost you, and we'd had to redo the whole damn thing and shit.
No, next time we could call her in on Skype. I can call her phone. If she gives me her number, then I'll conference her in.
Yeah, she's got her cell phone out
there.
Yeah, you can do that.
Yeah, that way we'd have a
she wouldn't be on camera, but believe me, you don't want that.
Well, I do need to get a headshot. Do you have a picture you could send of her? Because then we could put it on the show when we're promoting it.
Well, she's in my book. Do you have my book?
Not yet.
Is your sister gonna buy that for you
too? If my sister's watching right now,
what's your sister's name?
Teresa.
Teresa,
yes.
Must be twins, I guess.
No, she's 4 years older than me, but so Teresa in Panama City Beach. If she's watching.
Don't mean anything. Your mother could have been in slow labor. We don't know. I mean, she lives in Panama Beach,
Panama City Beach, Florida. Yeah,
we got a few relatives down there too. I got some nieces, and God damn it!
Oh, is that Ma Bolin again?
What the hell?
Or who?
That's my nurse for some reason.
Oh. Well, you got to get that.
Okay, here's my home health nurse. We're doing a radio show here. I'm doing the Tarryn TV show. You're on the air, so watch your language.
I just wanted to know what time to come tomorrow. I didn't.
We'll talk to your husband about that. I have no idea. Talk to your husband about what time you want to come tomorrow. Now we're doing dirty jokes on the radio with my home health nurse. That's terrible. Get your mind out of the gutter, woman. I didn't. Believe it or not, my mother just took up 20 minutes on the radio show. They found out Ma Bolin was calling, so they put her on the air for 20 minutes.
Yeah, and
I hang up with her. This phone never really rings during the day because people know better. And now I get a second call coming in. It's my home health nurse.
And what's her name, Kenny?
Her name is, I call her, never mind what I call her. I probably shouldn't say that on the air. But no, the language is free on this show, by the way, Liz. If I called you the bitch from hell, I could say it and nobody would care.
You think so?
Well, but no, what are you looking at tomorrow? 2, 3 o'clock? What is tomorrow? Friday?
Friday, yes.
How does 2 or 3 o'clock sound?
We'll do 3 o'clock.
You want to do 3? 3 sounds good. And well, say hello to everybody in Atlanta and Tarryn TV.
I'm sorry to have interrupted your podcast.
Well,
no worries. We love having you on.
He said he loved having you. He's on headphones, so if he's on speakers, this would probably go better. But we've got a microphone guided right at the phone, so it's picking you up pretty good.
We'll have to get her on the show next time, too, Kenny.
Well, he now wants to have you on the show so they can ask you personal questions about me.
Can you ask her who she's voting for, Kenny?
Okay, real quickly, he just asked my mother, so we expect an honest answer from you. Who are you voting for, Donald Trump or Hillary Clinton?
I'm not voting at all.
You're not voting at all. Well, that's the American way. Well, and one more thing before you go, I'm going to remind you now, a little political advice. A non-vote for Hillary is a vote for Trump.
Okay.
All right, there you go. I've done all I can to help you.
Thank you.
Now you show up here tomorrow and do all you can to help me. I'm a dying man, you know. All right, I said good day.
What is it?
Bye.
Yeah, I think I might write Chocado in on the ticket.
Well, let me get Chocodile up here. Chocodile, where's Chocodile?
Yeah.
Chocodile's sleeping.
Oh man, he's out of it.
Said, hang on.
Hey, Chocado. I guess he can't hear me.
Damn it. Chocodile, you want to come up and be on the show?
Oh, she's she's pretty.
These are my Monster Intunes. These are my favorite headphones I sell.
Nice. Yeah, those are nice.
The Beats by Bolin sell from the non-wireless are $39, the wireless are $59, but these are real Beats run about $200 give or take.
Yeah.
Well, these are the people that made Beats for years and years and years. Apple makes them now.
Okay.
But Monster made Beats. So we went to buy Beats and we tried the Intunes. And the Intunes actually sound better.
Oh, yeah. Huh.
And are very lightweight, very comfortable. And you don't even know you got these things on half the time. But Monster makes Beats, and they actually make their own headphones better than they made Beats. We went there because we had a sponsor buying them. We didn't give a shit. Mm-hmm. But we tried on the Monsters, and they sounded better. So we've been Monster guys, I guess, for... 5 years now, I guess.
Oh, wow.
And the Beats by Bolin are just more or less a novelty. They're easy to put logos on, but I even put logos on these. Mm-hmm. And if you go to my Facebook page and look up my headphone collection, you'll see that we put logos on these as well. U of L or Miami Hurricane or Georgia Bulldog, whoever the hell you root for. And they look pretty cool. So, but these we sell for, they were selling for $89.95. They were listed at anywhere from $199 to $250, but I think we're getting ready to lower them $10 because I got another good deal from another distributor. Mm-hmm. So we're gonna be selling these for $79. I've sold a few recently, but they sell so quickly I don't get a chance to sell them online that often. I've sold a few, but once my friends and relatives find out I've got them at a third the price that Beat sells them for, and Monster sells them for, you can go to Walmart and they're sitting on the shelf for $199.
Oh. Wow.
And when I was selling them for $79 and $89, kind of made it an easy choice.
Yeah, no brainer.
Go through me, but no, if you want a good sounding headphone, and I know what you got on there because I sell those.
Oh yeah.
I hate to say it, but you get what you pay for. That's a great $39, $49 headphone. Don't tell people what you paid for it, you asshole, or I'll kill you. But these, I don't believe this.
Now, who do we got this time, Kenny?
It's.
Is it Cornet or Russo?
Well, this is the third call that's come through on my line today while I'm doing my podcast. Mal Bolin's already been on. My home health nurse has been on. Who do I have the pleasure to speak to? Is this Mayara or the Prince?
It's me, and I just wanted to let you know.
Well, you're on the air, so watch your... You're on the air. I'm on with Tarryn TV in Atlanta right now. Watch your filthy fucking mouth. We don't talk that shit. Oh, God. My daughter-in-law just called me a motherfucker.
Just shut up for once.
Excuse me?
I said, shut the fuck up for once.
Oh, God. All right, go ahead.
I just wanted to let you know that about an hour ago, I got a message from Tarryn saying that he wanted to Skype call you, and I just saw the message a second ago. So
no.
I'm going to get a fucking new phone. I'm not getting these fucking messages through here. And I'm glad that Tarryn actually reached you, because otherwise I would have fucked up his podcast. But it's not my fault. It's this fucking phone. I'm getting my iPhone back.
You're getting your iPhone back. Which means I get my piece of shit fucking phone back, because she's got my phone, ladies and gentlemen. She hijacked me and took it from me about 4 months ago. I haven't seen my phone in 4 months.
Oh, no. Oh,
so those of y'all that have been getting so those of you who've been getting a filthy mouth German on the phone, running her filthy mouth, it's my daughter-in-law. It ain't me.
Well, we got to have her on the show, Kenny. Would she be willing to do it, too, in the future?
Tarryn, I'm very sorry. I hate technology.
Well, Tarryn now wants you on the show. He wants you to agree to do a show with him. He just booked Mal Bolin, who just did 20 minutes on here.
And your home nurse as well.
And my home health nurse, Elizabeth, called in. He's wanting to book her to ask her personal questions about me. Now he wants you. So now he...
Black listeners at all, do not book Mal Bolin.
Well, he's already booked her. He's already had her on for 20 minutes, and he's booking her again. I know it. I tried to tell him, but he
live in a white suburban area.
All right, well, he's going to ask you the same question he asked my nurse, and he asked Mal Bolin the same thing.
Yeah, real personal question. Who's she voting for?
It's a real personal question. He's already got my opinion.
Yes.
Who are you voting for? And then I will give you the answers that Maul Bolin and my nurse gave, and then we'll wait for your answer. Who are you voting for, Hillary Clinton or Donald Trump? Now wait for Maul Bolin's and the nurse's answer. Maul Bolin says, well, I don't really like either one of them, but Donald Trump don't know his ass from a hole in the ground, so I'm voting for Hillary. So that was Maul Bolin's answer. And then my nurse says, well, I'm not voting for either of them. I said, well, that's the American way. There you go.
And then my answer, remember my write-in on the Chocodile on the ticket.
Well, hang on. Tarryn says he's writing in Chocodile on his write-in vote.
Yes.
She's here behind me, sound asleep. We haven't even been able to get her to come up and do the show yet. She's sound asleep on my pillows. We've tried to coerce her into coming up and doing the show, but she's pretty comfortable, so I don't know if she's going to do it or not. I think she's holding out. I think she's hurt that he's already had 3 fucking females on the show and he ain't had her.
That's so cute.
Yeah, she's cute.
She's a busy woman.
She's been on camera. Go ahead.
All right. First of all, it's an honor to be asked that question because I'm not an American citizen.
No, she's not an American.
To begin with.
She's trying, but she ain't there yet.
Huh.
I tried, exactly. And I got away 4 times. But the 5th time, I think it's not going to go.
Yeah.
Anyway, I think if I had to vote, I would be just as screwed as about like half of this country right now. I'm definitely not voting for Trump. It's not an option. But I'm not convinced that I would vote for Hillary for many reasons. You know, the whole thing, crooked Hillary, I don't care. Everybody's in politics is a crook.
Well, yeah, it kind of goes without saying.
On Palestine, she stands with Israel, and that's not an option for me. I'm a huge supporter of Palestine. That's why I'm washing my hands, and I'm leaving this country if it goes down.
If you're wiping, if you're wiping, I would really rather you hang up now and handle that.
And not with her hands, probably, right?
And please, no Skype of that if we can keep from it. The other thing I'm going to point out is that you have been photographed with Hillary Clinton. You worked on her campaign.
Oh, wow.
I did not work on her campaign. I will not stand for that. I did not work on her campaign. I worked on the campaign of Allison London.
Well, you didn't get where you are today by standing. You know what? You didn't get where you are today by standing.
What? I can't. Chris, will you stop that? I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you.
I said you didn't get where you are.
Like a 7-year-old.
I said you didn't get where you are today by standing. That was worth waiting for, wasn't it? Tarryn's laughing. He thought that was a funny one. He's on my headphones. That's why you can't hear him. If I switch him to speakers, I'll lose him. I'm just noticing. If I had the chance to lay down with Allison London and Grubbs, I would have done it. Well, damn it to hell.
Way further into my political career than I am now.
That would have been some good video for me to have. I'm just going to point out one thing today.
Great opportunity for me too.
Well, I know. It would have been a bit political gain for you, but I'm going to point out one thing. I've leaned over, and I've got the great lighting here in the BS studio now, basically my bedroom. And I just noticed one thing. My hair was kind of greasy and itchy today. I hadn't washed my hair. I'll say it. It had been a few days. Oh. So I washed my hair today, but it was it just felt so greasy. I thought I needed something extra. I didn't think Suave could handle what needed to be done today, or Pert, or any of those. So what I did is I got some Ajax dishwashing liquid. And I did 2 cycles of Ajax. And look at that hair. Is that some good-looking hair or what?
It's very nice, soft. You
see the gleam shining from my hair?
Absolutely.
That's Ajax dish detergent, people.
Is it really? Wow.
Yeah, I swear to God.
I'll have to try that.
My God, you have to go back to the trailer park.
Of course, I'm an atheist, but still.
Yeah, you're giving the neighborhood of Newburgh a bad name.
I'm giving the neighborhood of Newburgh a bad name. Well, that's hard to do in this neighborhood.
Is way above you.
But take a look at that. That's a good looking hair on a 56-year-old man, if I have to say so.
It's nice.
Hair by Ajax.
Oh.
Now, who the hell's going to come on this show and admit they wash their hair with Ajax dish detergent? But I gotta tell the truth, man. I was sitting there looking.
Yeah.
Pert wouldn't have done that. What's that, Maya?
You could have really kept it to yourself, but you take such pride in being trailer park trash.
Well, you have seen my deck. I've got a canopy that hangs over my patio. They got on me about the umbrella a little bit because it was a big red umbrella that would really sun bleached and faded and look like shit. So I ordered a tan canopy and hired some people from Indiana.
It's not a canopy. It is a huge bed sheet that he staked.
It's not a bed sheet. This thing's waterproof.
What he did.
You wouldn't sleep on this thing. I can assure you, it ain't no bed sheet. It looks like a bed sheet. It looks like a bed sheet, but it's not a bed sheet. It is a beige canopy,
nice.
waterproof. If you angle it the right way.
Yeah.
And it
waterproof bed sheet for the people that wet their beds.
And it.
That's exactly what it looks like.
You know what? You might have opened up a whole new market for me. The Bolin Services waterproof for you bedwetters out there. For you bedwetters out there that are Bolin fans, I've got the sheet for you. And when they make me tear this down, I can probably get about 5 sets of sheets out of this. And for those of y'all that would like your waterproof sheets, you're tired of soaking your couch and your $400 mattress, I got the answer for you. And I know that I'm so funny that I make a lot of you pee your pants while you're laying in bed listening to this show.
Be careful. Choco has a weak bladder.
Choco's already peed on me twice today. Don't worry about Choco.
I was about to ask you how many times she's already peed on you.
It's twice. Choco just loves me so much she loses her fucking mind and she pees on me. And she also does one other thing. She pees on Republicans on command. If you come into this house and identify yourself as a Republican, and who's coming here? Hell, he's coming tomorrow, isn't he?
Who?
Patrick, he's coming up here to watch the Southern Miss Kentucky game.
What the heck? Patrick is coming to Louisville?
Yeah, he's coming up here.
He's saying he's coming here tomorrow.
Yeah, he's coming tomorrow.
God damn it.
Tomorrow night.
He did tell me that.
And I think he's going to try. I think he's going to try and stay an extra day so he can see you guys a little bit on Monday.
He's going to try to stay an extra day so he can see us. Yeah, that's going to be awesome. We'll take him out and make fun of him.
I know. You'll have to tell Tony that you guys can't clean up after the Sunday show, that y'all got to get out and get back home.
Yeah, I'm sure that'll be totally fair to him and Renee.
Fuck them. You're holding all the cards.
They weigh like 90 pounds combined.
These
carry this shit.
Myra and Chris are now they're working for a guy that I used to work for in 1984.
Oh, wow.
Selling cookware, waterless cookware. They went down to Raleigh, North Carolina last week, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they sold almost $40,000 of cookware on a Friday and a Saturday.
My God.
I won't tell you how much money they made because it ought to be criminal. It ought to be against the law. But they brought back a chunk of cash with them to choke a goddamn mule. I'll tell you that.
Oh my God.
And so yeah, they're doing pretty good. Y'all been doing this how many weeks now?
About 6 weeks.
About 6 weeks, and they've been kicking ass about 4 out of those 6 and making damn good money the 2 weeks that they didn't kick ass. But no, last week they sold about 40 grand.
Wow.
And their percentage on that ain't bad.
That's incredible.
Just say we're taking Chico to the tailor so he can get his own suit.
You're going to do what now?
We're going to take Tuco to the tailor so he can get his own suit.
Well, that way he can go do the shows with you. If he shows up in a suit, Tuco can sell cookware too. And he can eat out of the pan, put the Alpo in the pan. He can show you how the food don't stick to the pan when he eats his Alpo. He can do that.
Oh, gross.
Yeah.
Alpo in the pan and Ajax in your hair.
Oh,
I
tell you what, I don't think anyone, once the word of this show gets out, and that they know that Mal Bolin's been on,
yes.
Liz, the home health nurse, has been on,
yes.
Myra, the angry German, has been on. the bitchy, she was known as the bitchy Brazilian when she lived in Brazil, and then she went to Germany, and they knew her as the gangrene German, and then in America they know her as the asshole American.
Oh wow!
Your name was?
What's whose name?
Did you say someone like Myra? I've never heard of anybody by that name.
Myra?
Yeah, never.
Well, you got as many names as you got countries. You're Myra, you're Mayara, you're Mio.
I'm not Myra.
You're
Literally nobody calls me Myra except for you.
Well, that's all that matters. I'm the one that knows you better than anybody. If your name sucks, come to me. I'll work with you on it. I'll fix your name. Chocodile, you want to be on TV? Come here, Chocodile. Come here. It's time for Chocodile to be on TV. Come here. Come here, Chocodile. She's coming. I had to coax her a little bit. Come on, Chocodile. Come here, baby. There you go.
Hey, Chocodile.
Have a seat. There you go. There. Oh, there's the way you don't Chocodow look good on TV.
Oh, she's a sweetheart.
Chocodow, can I have a kissy? Where are my kisses?
Aw. How old is Chocodow?
How old is Chocodow? About 3.5.
Oh.
She's just a little baby.
She's about 3.
She's a little baby. She's a little baby pit bull. She's a rescue dog.
Oh, okay, good.
She's 3.5 years old. She's the most loving little dog that ever lived.
Oh.
Other than Tucow, who only loves Mayara. Dog hates me. But Chocodow is Christopher's dog, but Chocodow loves me. I think maybe even a little more than Chris. Would you agree with that, Mayara?
Absolutely, 100%.
Yeah, Chocodow loves me.
She's never peed on Chris or me. She only
pees on the ones she loves. And Republicans. Pees on the ones she loves and Republicans. But she's a good. Are you shy today, Choco? You don't want to look at the TV? You want to talk on the microphone? I know, Mama's on the phone. She's got her head laying on my chest like, can I just go back to sleep? I don't really want to do this. And she's going back. She's voluntarily going back to bed. Watch her. Is she going? She went back to bed. She come down, made a 30-second appearance, and now she's gone back to bed and she's yawning.
I'm telling you, Tucow's a cooler dog. He's way cooler.
He is a cool dog. So you've had the 4 bitches of Bolin on the show today. Mal Bolin, Mayara, the bitch Bolin from Brazil, the bitchy Brazilian, and we've had Chocodow, who was just too good to be on the show. She appeared less than anybody. Yeah, she came down, laid her head on my shoulder, gave me a kiss or two, and then went back to bed. Right back to her favorite pillows.
She's a busy woman.
She's a busy girl. She's a hardworking dog. She's a hardworking dog.
She does her own business.
Tarryn, how long did we go today? I told you.
It's been an hour already, Kenny. I can't believe that.
We've done an hour already.
We're at an hour right now. I can't believe that. Yeah.
Mayara, you got any parting words to say as we get rid of you so I can wrap this fucking show up?
I just want to say it was not my plan to come on your show, Tarryn. I'm very sorry. I really just meant to say sorry for missing your message and bash Kenny for having a shitty phone. Take care of Choco. Give her a hug.
Wait a minute. Wait a fucking minute. You all recommended that phone to me. You all went out and purchased it and took my money.
I did not. It was Chris. This is all on Chris. I only.
Hey, I'm an expert. Oh, by the way, you're on the new BM Pink microphone. By the way, the brand new ones are in today. The shipment come in, and you are the 3rd female to talk on the pink microphone today.
Me?
Yeah, Chocodow didn't have much to say.
Number 1 and 2, I'm guessing my Bolin and Choco.
Elizabeth.
Who are 1 and 2?
Ma Bolin and Elizabeth.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, the home health nurse. Chocodow didn't have it.
You can get Mucow to tell a good story.
Well, Mukow's asleep in the living. No, she's in the living room asleep.
Maybe Mucow will do bare face for you.
If I could get her in here, I'd try and get bare face. I could just tell her, "Hey, who are you voting for, Trump or Hillary?" And then she'd make bare face. Yeah, she would make bare. Yeah, my Labrador makes bare face if you ask her something she don't want to answer. She'll just.
Let me get off here before you start wrapping me up in another story. I gotta get off here.
All right, when are y'all coming over?
I don't know. Maybe tomorrow. Maybe I don't know.
Well, you'll be here before then because we're supposed to go to Qdoba tonight.
I hate Qdoba, so no, thank you.
Well, I don't give a fuck if you go or not. You just bug me anyway. Aggravating bitch.
Invite people on.
Invite who?
Yeah.
The only person I hate worse than the only person I hate worse than you's him.
That's not true. You hate your brother way worse.
All right. I hate I hate you. Then I hate Cam Moron, and then I hate biscuits and gravy, and then a lot of times I hate Jimmy.
Yeah.
But I love Vince Russo. I love Vince Russo though.
Yeah.
And I'm good, and I love Asuka, and I love Shinsuke Nakamura. So and that's it. That's where the love ends right there. It's all over.
Don't talk to Tarryn for a change.
Fuck Tarryn. I don't like him either. Goddamn Atlanta, Georgia. Bothered me from fucking Atlanta, Georgia. Down there where all my relatives live, and I hate all them too. Fuck you, Janice, and fuck you, Ada. How's that? Goddamn piece of shit risings. Fuck them. Hate them all. I changed my name to Bolin for a reason, you stupid fucks. I didn't want to be a Rising anymore. I wanted to be a Bolin. I was born a Bolin. And then you goddamn Risings changed my name. And for 20 years, I went to high school. For 20 years, I went to high school as a Rising. Well, it was supposed to have been 12 years, but I went 20 because I really wanted to learn my shit. And you Risings had that bad reputation. You were all in trouble. You were all convicts. You were all arsonists. You would take power drills and drill your way out of your home and play on your roofs. You were a bunch of mental fuck-ups. You were all in special ed. You all rode little buses to school. But my name was Bolin, and I didn't want to be a Rising anymore, so I legally filed paperwork in 1984 to become a Bolin. And I became a Bolin, and I was the best Bolin ever. I was the greatest Bolin. I was a huge Bolin. I did things that no Bolin had ever done before. You Google the name Bolin, and you see my name come up. You don't see anybody else's, because all the other Bolins are fuck-ups. I come from 2 fucking families of fuck-ups. I'm the only great one in the goddamn bunch. But those Risings were really fuck-ups, and they nearly ruined me. I had a bad reputation just for having the last name Rising. So I fixed that shit. So this is how we're going to end the show today. I'm going to be in a bit of a bad mood because I just realized I was a Rising for 24 years and I didn't have to be. And then when they pulled me over, the police one day said, "You're not a Bolin. You're a fucking Rising and you're going to jail." So they took me to jail. And then I had to get a crooked-ass lawyer named Tim Dennison. No moral background, that son of a bitch. He goes down and files paperwork and finally gets me legally Bolin when I'm 54 goddamn years old. Now, what more miserable life can a goddamn man live, huh?
Wow.
I need some goddamn Gatorade. I'm upset. I love you, Maya. You have your name ain't Rising, is it? Okay, I guess she's gone.
Wow.
Hated that bitch anyway. Good day. All right.
Well,
I'm sorry.
That was a passionate shoot, Kenny. My goodness.
Guess I got a little carried away there. I remember I got a little upset at my father one day and did that on the Cornette show. And
really? Oh.
Yeah, I got a little upset at him. I had a tough childhood. He was a Rising. And, well, sorry, Risings. I mean, I didn't mean... All right, I meant it all. Well, this will get around to some of them eventually, I guess. And they'll know how I feel. Probably ain't going to be invited to any more family reunions, but when I did go, I fed everybody. Y'all mooched food from me. You wanted free books. You wanted tickets to the WWE. All you did was use me and abuse me and mooch from me. It's a good riddance, you fuckers. I need some Gatorade.
Wow.
You got something ain't nobody else got. I've never went off on the Risings before, except Johnny.
Yeah.
I did go off on him when he was on his deathbed. I went off on him.
Oh, my God.
All right. Well, I don't guess you can really ask me much after that, can you?
I mean, on that note, wow. That's,
well,
you told
those microphones picked that up good.
It really did. We're going to have to...
Okay. I wish I'd hit the phantom power and turned that off. I might regret this one day. There's some mean motherfuckers. They might come hunting for me.
No, that was good though.
Well.
So what about
when will this post? I'm looking forward to seeing what I said.
It's going to post pretty soon. Actually, we're at actually probably a couple days. I'll get this up and I can send this over to you. Yeah, by Saturday, I think. So.
What if I die by the? Well, I guess it'd be worth more if I'm dead. More popular show. God damn, I got all worked up there.
Man, yeah. Well, you're gonna have to save that. Let me ask you, when is the Cornette Bolin Great Debate 2 coming? That's what I'm waiting for. I want to watch.
It's been talked about, but now that I've done the Russo shows, he's all upset.
Ah. Well,
he might think I'm going to sneak Russo in as an anchor to come in, maybe just anchor the thing for me.
That would surprise him. Tell him I'll anchor it. I'll host it. Tell him if he can get on here. I'll be the moderator, the neutral. Yeah, I'll be like Switzerland. I'll just totally.
He ain't going to let Russo do it, and I don't think Jerry Jarrett's going to do it again. He learned better.
Yeah.
Jim Ross, I think's name was tossed about.
Okay.
You know, it might be hard for you to get Jim Ross's spot, to be honest with you, but but he's not very reliable. We don't know if he'll do it or not.
Well, if he can't, count me in. I'll be the backup then.
You'll be the backup plan. Well, it's always good to have a backup plan, and just like all my girlfriends have ever had before, I always had a backup plan. So just so y'all know. And my current girlfriend, I don't have a backup plan, honey. It's only you. Oh, Lord.
Let's hope she's watching too. So that way.
God, about my fucking luck, she is. So. Oh well. If I was your highest rated show last time, if the word gets out about that rant on the Risings, if that don't put us over the top, then fuck them all.
Absolutely, I second that.
I'm gonna have to wrap this show up because my voice is gone after that.
Yes, Kenny. Well, thank you.
And I'm running out of Gatorade.
Yes, you poured it all out in the show, Kenny. I got to commend you again. You said it like it was. You told the truth. You shot from the hip, and you didn't hold anything back.
Truth, as far as I know it, the Risings may argue with that somewhat, but
we'll have to get them on the show too to counterpoint, maybe counterpoint that, and see how.
Well, Ma Bolin was the original Rising. That was her married name until she got a divorce, and then she went back to Bolin. So.
Huh. Well, if I could reach them, they're in Lilburn. She said, right?
Ada, well, she's married to a Mexican now, so I'm pretty sure his last name ain't Rising. Ada is a fucked up name I can't pronounce, but I can't pronounce many of the foreign names. I mean, they all fuck with me.
Yeah.
Mayara, she's got 8 different names, and that's just her first name.
Oh, my God.
Sponholtz is her maiden name.
Sponholtz, wow.
Sponholtz, Sponholtz.
Oh, okay.
But I always called her Spoonholtz because it just looks like spoon to me, even though it only had 1 O.
Wow.
So I don't know what to tell you.
Huh.
Buy my microphones, $59.95. They're the greatest microphones, the best microphones. Donald Trump won't be allowed to have these microphones. We will not sell to him.
Right.
The Buffet with Bolin DVD.
Yes.
Oh, that's that hideous fucker cornet. That's me. I shouldn't have done that rant.
No, that rant was great. And let me ask you, Kenny, how could the people get the DVD and the book, of course, as well? Oh, look at that. Oh, man.
17-year-old Kenny Bolin with Austin Idol.
Wow. Oh, my God.
Me under a mask with Adrian Reynolds, who was murdered by the Louisville Police Department in his later years.
Wow, I'll have to ask you about that, too.
Shirtless man is Mike Heilman, who was with the LaGrange Fire Department forever and ever and ever.
Wow.
And what else we got here? We have the 2-disc set of the best of me and John Cena. That's 2-disc, 8 hours.
Excellent.
What else I got here? Hang on here. Got to get my plugs in. God damn it. Losing everything. And a decade of BS. That is a 6-hour DVD.
Nice.
And that's the 10 years of my best stuff. That is from 98 to 2008, 6-hour DVD. Me and Bobby Heenan are on there.
I love it.
Me and Jimmy Valiant.
Oh, excellent.
Jerry Lawler, just Randy Orton. Some great bits with all those. Anybody that was anybody in the WWE or OVW at that time. I think even a bit we did with Stone Cold Steve Austin is on there as well.
Huh.
That Rico and I did. So a lot of great stuff on that 6-hour DVD. Buy them all. They're $16.95 shipped, but if you order all 3, I'm probably going to give you somewhat of a discount. My book. Oh goddamn! What am I doing?
Let's get the book.
I wrote a book,
and
it goes with the pink.
There's
Bolin music microphone. The Bolin music.
Yeah, look at that. It matches.
Yeah, it matches. And then we got the pink book. Well, that's just one of many covers, but I probably screwed you too.
There we go.
And I'll screw you again if you order these microphones. Another one of the covers. Multiple covers on my book. Do I have another? I think I do. Same one.
Mm-hmm.
And there we go. And then there's a blue one and a black one as well.
Yes.
The blue one I'm wearing Lawler's crown.
I remember that. Yes.
Somebody ratted me out for the other day, and I said, well, no shit, motherfucker. It's Lawler's picture with my head on it. Well, Lawler's going to be hot when he sees that. I said, he has the book, you stupid fuck. Probably a Rising. So,
or a Trump supporter, I guess.
And better to my lighted
yeah.
magnifying glass, because my vision ain't what it once was.
Oh, okay.
So I'm too big for you people. I'm going to put my Hollywood glasses on.
There we go.
I'm going to get a drink.
Yes.
Something that will get me my voice back. And we'll do this again in 4 or 5 years.
I think that's a wonderful idea, Kenny.
Good plan to have. Remember your BM microphones. These said Bolin Music.
Yes.
They're available now. And the Bret Hart edition is going to go fast. We ordered extra of these because we know the Bret Hart Pink edition is going to go fast.
Perfect. And can you plug the Bolin Alley, too?
The Bolin Alley, the first Wednesday. Now, this month, we're doing a special edition. Instead of the first Wednesday in September, we're going to do August the 29th, and our special guest, 6 p.m. on that's a Monday night, I believe.
It is. You're right.
6 p.m. on a Monday night, our special guest. Tell them who it is, because I'm dying.
Your special guest?
The Sinister Minister, James Mitchell.
Ah, nice. Yes, that'll be great. I'll definitely listen in.
I have destroyed my voice.
You have.
And how did you not know that the Sinister Minister was coming on? I've been advertising it for weeks.
Well, that's true.
Actually, I advertised it a few days ago. But I thought I'd make you feel bad.
Well,
and it didn't work.
No, I was testing you to see if you still knew who it was, but yeah.
I didn't. I forgot.
Okay.
Oh, Lord.
That's all right.
Oh, I'm a dying man. I can't talk. I'm all worked up.
And Patrick's visiting you tomorrow, too. That'll be great.
God damn. You had to remind me of that shit.
Tell him we got to get him on the show as well. I've been contacting him and messaging him, trying to get him on. But
that horn dog can normally do anything. I can't believe that he hadn't responded to you yet. He went to Ireland recently, but
yes, he did tell me that.
He's coming up here to watch the Southern Miss Kentucky game with me tomorrow. He was going to go to the game, but he was scared of the diseases that he might catch sitting around a bunch of Kentucky fans. So he made the wise choice, and he's coming here to Bolin Manor, and going to try and sell him one of these fine microphones while he's here.
Yes.
Well, he needs one. If you Skype him with anybody, you got to have a Bolin Music microphone.
Yeah,
and,
definitely.
But yeah, he will be here. Oh my God, one of my girlfriend's up and writing me. Hi. Well, one of my girlfriends. I can't divulge who, but we'll divulge it later. And it's a huge name. It's a huge name. Hi, Lena. Lena sees this, I'm fucked.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I think I said some shit on here I shouldn't have said. What else is new? So, but I had some fun.
Me too, likewise.
The mall Bolins and the nurses and the Mayars all calling in. It was just a cavalcade of guests. The Chocodile with a brief appearance.
Yes.
And was bored out of her fucking mind and went back to bed. Probably like many of you will do once you see this. So I think we've done all the damage we can do today. For today, and Tarryn TV, Kenny the Starmaker Bolin saying, good day.
Good day, everybody. All right, everybody, there you have it. Kenny, the Starmaker Bolin from Louisville, Kentucky, here on GoTarryn TV. Like I mentioned earlier, this was his second time on GoTarryn TV, albeit the first via video Skype. He was on via audio podcast last time on episode 430. So again, if you want to check him out, actually his son made a cameo surprise during that episode. That was on episode 430 on GoTarryn TV. You go back to the archives and check it out. Speaking of cameos and drop-ins, though, how about that? We had Ma Bolin, we had Liz, his home health nurse, and we had Miria, his daughter-in-law. Everybody stop in on GoTarryn TV, and you saw Chocodile, of course. And we'll have to have 2Cal on next time, and the rest of the gang, and maybe Corny, maybe Russo. Like I said to Kenny, I'd love to be the moderator and host that right here on GoTarryn TV. So, Starmaker, if you're watching, thank you for your time. If you can make that work. If JR can't do it, then remember, this guy right here in the green will do it happily. And speaking of green, everybody else out there, these right here, these headphones, Beats by Bolin, I got them and I definitely endorse them. I got them right from the Starmaker, and they are the best headphones I've ever worn. So you've seen me on GoTarryn TV with the Beats by Bolin, the Beats Music audio microphone. You know, I've told you everything. This guy is amazing. He's just got a wealth of knowledge and experience in everything that he's doing. In addition to the DVDs, his book, and everything else that the Starmaker does. He makes stars. You've seen people like John Cena and the others and the like in WWE. That's what he's responsible for. He will do the same for you. So make sure you check him out, folks. Get on Facebook, friend him today, and tell him you saw him right here on GoTarryn TV, and demand that you want to see him more frequently here on our show. So that'll do it for today's video blog. I want to thank again Kenny Bolin and everybody that dropped in on that video podcast. That was a lot of fun, and we'll have to do it again. And remember, please make sure to stay connected with yours truly. If this is the first time you're watching GoTarryn TV, 3 best ways to connect with me are to like GoTarryn on Facebook, subscribe to GoTarryn on YouTube, and follow GoTarryn on Twitter. And that way you'll stay connected with the master of the personal training universe all the way here in Atlanta, Georgia, Tarryn the Traveling Trainer, who tells each and every one of you that it's your time, it's your investment, it's your life. We'll see you on the next video blog, everybody. Bye-bye.